Good evening, everyone. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, and it's time to kick off the Sunday night sideband net. We're going to utilize frequencies on UHF 446125 and VHF 146.400. Just briefly intruding on the band plan because most of our commercial antennas are they're happy. They're resident in these areas. The band. The real hardcore sideband guys that operate on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, they're going to be most likely vertically polarized, horizontally polarized, and have antennas that are designed to work a little bit lower in the frequency bands. Anyways, we'll just wait for the clock to flip over to 7 p.m. and we'll kick off the net. Please stand by. Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to our Sunday night sideband net. Here we're playing a little game with upper sideband on 70 centimeters and 2 meters. Looking for some check-ins here in Hamilton, Ontario and surrounding areas. Not a lot of people have these radios that are able to do multi-function, multi-band, and multi-mode operations. So this is a good chance to warm up those bits and pieces inside your radio that don't get much exposure to RF. Anyways, taking a quick standby to see if anybody is a one and done. Any priority traffic information, feel free to check in now.
Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha.
Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha. Good evening, Wade. How's everything to do other than bicycles? I'm sure you hung up the bicycle, you cleaned the gunk out of your shoes, and no, actually, you're planning on doing more of that stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I will do less in it than I did in August, that's for sure. But I will continue to do it when I can find some time and get out there. I do enjoy wiping that part of my brain out and just engaging a different part of it. So the part that avoids getting hit and things like that. But anyways, it is a fun time to get out, and it's a side benefit. It's relatively healthy for you. So could never get into running really. It hurts my knees. But at least on the bike, it's a lot less impactful, literally and figuratively. So anyways, yeah, but other than that, I guess the busy thing at work right now is our data center work, so that's ramping up. We hired a design firm, so we got more of that going. It means I've actually got to go into work tomorrow for a change, and multiple times a week, because that's where the computer room is, and so that's, that has to happen, which is fine. So if that happens again tomorrow, I'm on campus for a meeting first thing in the morning with the design firm. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to next weekend. Just wanted to confirm with you, we did confirm it was Sunday, is that correct? Because the Discord still says Saturday. Don't want to mislead anybody. So I'm definitely going to be there, but looking for a specific place where we're going to set up so I know where to meet, and the time, and then confirmation that it is in fact Sunday. But anyways, besides all that, you're coming through to my station with a good solid S7, which is, I think, better than usual. So good conditions tonight, perhaps. Back to you.
Okay, very good. And you're peaking above an S5. So absolutely and truly, it is Sunday. And I guess we're going to have to bring our own ice cream and chocolate sauce. But nonetheless, Sunday morning, that is September 21st. Imagine this year, the autumn, I guess it's an equinox, is actually on the 22nd. So it comes a day late, as we would expect it to pop in on the 21st. But, that's how the stars and all the rest of that stuff aligns. And I guess it has more to do with the leap year and all the rest of that. But yes, 11 o'clock. And I always find that going to Pier 4, you're kind of at the behest of park conditions and what parking is available, and I'm sure that whoever gets there first is going to be recognizable, and obviously I'll know the guy who's pedaling his ass into the park, and I'll be able to wave to you. And the big F-150 that's got some stuff sticking out of it, and maybe the tailgate down, should be easy to find. I don't have a particular location in mind, so I'm kind of rolling the dice as far as what's available when we get there.
Yeah, we can play it by ear for sure. Do you think we're operating from the parking lot? Maybe that's a better question to ask. I mentioned that as well because it cuts out one of our inverts if we're going to operate from the parking lot, which is fine. We don't need to get them all, but if we want to maintain the end for that is Waterfront Trail, they remapped it to go in front of the boat club there.
Yeah, once we get a couple of people down there, we can figure out where we want to set up. Obviously, we're going to have folks with end-fed wires, some vertical antennas. Obviously, lots of 12-volt power. We're not relying on being terribly close to a vehicle. So, parking lot or not to parking lot is the question. And obviously, we can do whatever we see fit once we all get together. As usual, I want to be down there a little bit early. I want to be RF ready by 11 o'clock. So, hey, look at that. We got Noel and Guy checking in on YouTube. So just a quick sidestep there. Sorry, Wade. We are live streaming on YouTube just to give everybody what it looks like, a picture of what it looks like to operate on sideband on UHF and VHF. Anyways, yeah, we'll play it by ear. If we can add the extra part, that's fine. And obviously, if everybody is so inclined, we can drag our stuff to where we can get in, set up and situated for the additional park. Thanks very much, Wade. Any other traffic?
No, good to know. We'll try and get there a little early so that we can be QRV at 11 a.m. And yeah, game day decision as to we know what the conditions are like for where to situate ourselves. So on board for it and looking forward to it. Other than that, nothing else. So I'll pass it back to you and you can see if anybody else has got their SSB RF is on. VA3IMW back-to-back control.
All right. Also seeing Albert checking in here, waving two right hands. Anyways, let's take a standby, see who else wants to check in. The first half of the net on UHF on 446.125.
VA3CJZ.
VA3BT.
There's two more. We'll take them in that order. Chuck and Albert. VA3CJZ. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mac and all on net. First of all, I was wondering if Wade was on high power during his transmission because I could barely hear him. I think if Amnon would have checked in, I would have been able to hear Amnon a little better than Wade. So I was curious about that. You're coming in peaking S7, but most of the time S6. And I didn't look for Albert, but he's probably around an S8. Yeah, interesting start. So I'll be listening for others. I see Mark has checked in, and Guy, I know Guy, and Noel is on the 403, I think. So I'll send it back to you, Mac.
All right, QSL. I'm pretty sure that Wade's on high power. He's running the J-pole out of his garage, which is his personally built antenna. Seems to do a little bit better on 2 meters, but it does a fine job here on 70 centimeters. Wade, you want to come back to Chuck and just verify your power output? All right, he stepped away to the fridge. I can see him in my magic mirror. All right, so assume that he's on full power, but the J-pole in the garage, obviously not quite as efficient on 70 centimeters, but he does make the repeater without a problem. And I had him to my station at S5. So that's par for the course for what he does on this frequency. Any other questions for the time being there, Charles? Oh, there he is.
VA3CZ VA3IMW VA3MCA. Yeah, no, I kind of caught the second half of that. I was backing up over YouTube to try and pick up Chuck, and it's kind of funny because Chuck, last week I heard you a lot better than I did this week, but this week it's kind of back to the normal sort of, I can hear you just in there, and I think that's what you were commenting about back on the YouTube stream. So anyways, I switched back to the radio just as I heard Mac pause for me to come back, so I didn't catch the question, so maybe I'll ask Mac to repeat it.
Just wondering if you're on high power.
Just had to check, but yeah, absolutely. 100% power of what the 7100 can put out and of what the quarter wave in my garage eaves can send out. So not a lot from the low height and homemadedness of the 2 meter, 70 centimeter ground plane vertical I have.
There you go, Charles. So you're getting 100% of 35 watts from 15 feet up in his garage, and I guess that's the nature of the situation.
Okay, very good. Thanks for the relay, Mac, because I could not make out everything he was saying there, but I did hear him mention that he heard me better last week. So, all right, well, we'll see what else the other stations bring in there. Mac, thank you both. VA3CJZ.
Okay, very good. And next on the list is Albert. Hamilton Albert, not the Barry Albert. We'll get back to it tomorrow. Great signal coming into the shack here, 30 over S9. Keep up the good work there, lad. No. How you doing tonight?
Hey, good evening, Mac, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, we're not doing too bad here. Didn't do a whole lot this weekend, just, cut the lawn and whatever else I had to clean up around here. Other than that, we got a busy week, and then next weekend I'm busy, and then I'm off the following week after that. So, yeah, looking forward to that. But anyways, let's see here. So when I got in here, Wade was in there. So yourself, I got you at 20 with the preamp 30. Wade, he is low for some reason. Usually I get him up about 2-3 S units, but I got nothing on him but good audio. But when I get the preamp, he comes up around 5. Chuck at 9. Preamp, he comes in at 15. I thought I'd do a little extra testing on my end. Other than that, we'll hand it back over to you there, Mac, VA3DT.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I run this radio with the preamp on all the time for 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Yeah, I just think it's more of a fair assumption that whatever the radio's capable of hearing is, anyways, it gives me a flat baseline. And the X200 kind of likes to be heard, I guess. All right. Safe travels tomorrow. Obviously, visiting home for the weekend and then going back to the near north. Obviously, you got a lot of trust that you're leaving behind with the people that I should mention that you should let them know that there are neighbors nearby, friendly neighbors nearby, that if they run into any problems, they can always reach out. So would be more than happy to give you a phone number if, just in case somebody needs a little hand with anything around the house while you're out of town.
Well, like to say I come from a big family here, so 8 siblings, so take it from there. No issues on that end. Other than that, yeah, we'll let you roll with the net there. I'll be listening along here, Mac. Hopefully you pick up a few more.
Okay, thanks very much, Al. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey on behalf of the UHF VHF sideband net, looking for some more check-ins before we move over to 2 meters. Oh, not even the crickets tonight. I expected to hear from VE3CEU. He did mention he was going to try and make it in here tonight, but no such luck. All right, last call for anybody for 70 centimeters. Now there's a voice we haven't heard in a good long time. Amnon, how are you doing tonight? VA3AJF, VA3IMW, VE3AGF, VA3IMW. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mac. Yeah, it's been so long, I almost forgot your name. Anyway, yeah, I remember that you were coming back on frequency with a sideband net in September. I'm a little bit late into September, but at least I remember today. Back to you, Mac.
Well, you showed up in just the right moment. You have an astounding signal tonight, punching S6, nudging S7 tonight. So very good band conditions between our stations. And I'll certainly be looking forward to hearing at least from Chuck and from Albert to see how they're receiving you as well. How are you doing tonight?
Doing okay, kind of busy. Haven't spent a lot of time on the radio. My wife's not well, so I have to look after her, so that cuts into the radio time. But a good signal on you as well. You're picking it as 8 to my location here, Mac.
All right. Well, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your wife. Trust that her health improves. And let's take a quick standby. Let's bring Chuck back in if you're available. VA3CJZ, VA3IMW. I'm sure you're going to want to share your signal report with them on.
VA3CJZ, VA3AJF. Amnon, no signal, but gray audio. Slight bit of noise, but full quieting on this end, Amnon.
Yes, Chuck, good signal on you. That's with an S5, so it's coming this way. It's working quite well.
Oh, okay, very good then. All right, well, thanks for the report, and all the best to you and the family. And I guess I'll send it back to Mac, and he'll probably bring in Albert there. Take care, Amnon. Nice to hear you in there. VA3CJZ.
And yes, indeed. Let's reach out to VA3BT. Any signal report you want to share with Amnon tonight?
Yep, good evening there, Amnon. Actually, he's coming in really good this evening. I got him no preamp at 3S units with the preamp, a solid 7, just almost hitting at 8. Good signal, good audio. Back over to you there, Amnon, VA3BT.
Albert, and I got you here at S6, picking at S7, also great audio. And Chuck was actually picking at an S6. I think I gave him an S5, but he did pick at an S6. Back to you, Albert.
Good stuff. Sounds like we get some pretty good conditions there this evening. All right, we'll hand it back over to our net controller, Mac, VA3BT.
Okay, thanks one and all. Let's take a quick standby, see if anybody else wants to get here on 70 centimeters before we migrate over to 2 meters.
VA3, Whiskey Papa Golf, just a quick check-in, not really watching the meters tonight.
VA3 WPG, I've got you with an S5 in here. Are you one and done more or less, or are you going to follow us over to 2 meters?
Oh, I'll be following.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anybody else for 70 centimeters?
What was that VHF frequency again, Mac?
Okay, so we're going to QSY to 146.400, 146.400, and I guess we're ready to go there now. So let's give everybody a chance to get there, and we'll make sure the frequency is clear. VA3IMW, turn this frequency back over to normal amateur use, and QSY 146.400. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. All right, nothing heard there. Okay, VA3NCA, you're the top of the list. I'll give you a couple of seconds to make the final adjustments to your radio, and stand by for your return.
VA3IMW, VA3NCA, got you here, Mac. Came over and, you know what, I didn't even bother to look at the S meter. You came in so strong. But I will check it on your return. But good signal here to Dundas from your station. Back to you.
All right, you're a solid S9 up here, Wade. Great job. You sound as if you're a little tiny bit off frequency. Not sure whether it's just your radio warming up, or whether your reference percentage needs to have a little tweak. But nonetheless, you're intelligible. We can tell it's you, but it's a little pipsqueaky. But I'll let you. You're probably going to give me a return signal that says my audio is low, I think.
No, I just dialed down about 80 and 0.08, I guess, and you're coming through a little clearer then. So I think I'm probably the same on return. Have you got a full S9 as well with the preamp on to my location? So, but that's on top of about a 7 noise floor I have on 2 meters. Always have. So somebody in the neighborhood has something noisy on 2. But anyways, you're getting way up over it, and I can copy you clearly.
Yep, QSL. I would have expected something higher than the noise floor that I'm seeing on the meter right now, because usually at 2 meters I find it's really disgustingly noisy. So much so, when I was trying to work Dave at his Sam Lawrence Park activation this afternoon, I could actually make better contact with him on 70 centimeters than I could from 2 meters, even though our mobile radios put up an extra 5 watts, and propagation is supposed to be stronger on 2 meters, but 70 centimeters simply because the band is that much quieter. Anyways, very good. So you were the top of the list. Now I just have to remember. Oh yes, it was whoever I choose next. So also recognize that Guy and Mark have followed us along here on YouTube. Let's bring in Chuck, VA3CJZ, VA3IMW. You're back here with us on 70 centimeters.
VA3CJZ. Hang on here. All right, so very good then, Mac. First of all, you're coming in at a 20 over S9, and Wade was coming in at a S9. So from nothing to S9 is a great change in signal. And so I do have noise, but it doesn't register on the meter. So to me, that's low. And I don't know, what am I doing there, 15 or so? So back to you.
Yep, QSL. 15 over S9 is your signal down here on 2 meters. And I think Wade's garage antenna functions as a quarter wave on 70 centimeters, and I think possibly a half wave on 2 meters. So a little bit more gain and a little bit more resonance. So yeah, for my station, I went from an S5 to a S9, receiving Wade from Dundas, and obviously you saw the same benefit. All right, let's swing over and check out VA3BT. Let me plug my ears first.
Yeah, there you go. So yourself, Mac, 40 plus. I don't know, man. This needle, I'm gonna lose it one day. But I got you there at 40 plus. Wade was coming in at a good solid 10. Really good on this one here. And Chuck got a solid 20. Not bad, Chuck. And that's pretty much what I got on my end. WPG, I guess I think that on the other band, I had him at around 4 or 5. But other than that, I'll hand it back over to you, VA3BT.
Yeah, and I'm not sure whether he was on his beam or whether he was on the X30 multi-directional unit. So I will see if he followed us over here. I'm really interested in hearing from MNON, VE3AJF, VA3IMW. Everybody is waiting with bated breath to find out what your signal looks like tonight on 2 meters.
It's Archon still here. Yeah, signal's improved except for Chuck. It's the same thing. It's strong on the UHF and he's weak on VHF. But this time he was giving me an S2 and very readable audio. But I don't know. He doesn't follow the trend. You of course came up to a solid S9. Wade, I didn't hear him on UHF. I was a little bit late to the net, but I could make out that he's there, but couldn't make out anything he was saying. Albert came up to Albert stays the same, about an S6 or so. So looks like everyone is improved except for Chuck. Back to you, Mac, VCAJ.
All right, I think you saw the same thing with him last time you checked in with us on sideband. And they've got you down here in the log with 15 over S9 on 2 meters. Great job. And let's swing back over to Chuck just to make sure that we can share these facts and figures. VA3CJZ, VA3IMW.
Yes, VA3CJZ here, and absolutely correct there, Emnon. We don't follow the norm. My signal must be bouncing off of the steel factories or something that's in our way, directly in our way, or something is absorbing our signals somehow. I don't know. But no signal, and the audio is really, really low. It's coming in with my noise floor. And yeah, it's really weird. Anyways, back to you, Mac.
Okay, very good. And Albert, you're the next big contributor here. MNON signal on 2 meters?
MNON here was actually pretty much the same when I had the preamp on the other one. So I got them around 7, 8 S units. So yeah, but definitely the audio came up a lot more. That's it on my end.
All right, and let's bring in our other friend from Dundas, VA3WPG, VA3IMW.
VA3WPG checking in. Both bands being pointed at the McMaster, not within reach of the antenna switch right now, and not paying attention to the meter, doing other things.
All right, everybody's going to give you a big gold star for that one there, Chris. 15 over S9 up here, and I'm sure Albert's going to hear the same thing. VA3BT.
S15 on WPG, solid there. Good signal.
Okay, and Wade's probably going to be pretty much 20 over, but let's verify with him.
Okay. I wasn't looking at the meter, but he came in booming out here, so I'm sure it's 20 over probably. VA3NCA.
Give him another big signal there, Chris.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VA3WPG.
VA3WPG, VA3NCA, yeah, well, on the peaks it was 20 over, and normally it was sitting around 15 over, but it spent a lot of time in the 20s, so good signal down over the little hill to me. VA3NCA, back to net control.
All right, and just for fun, let's bring in Chuck. What's your signal on Chris from Dundas?
VA3CJZ, Chris. Was peaking at S15, but most of the time S10, and good audio.
All right. Well, obviously with sideband, the peak is the signal, because if it's not the peak, then they're not getting full use out of the carrier that's produced with the audio. So if I've only got 80% audio, that means I'm only going to get 80% power output of my radio, and that's all you're going to hear. So the peak is the peak, and that's your signal. All right. Did I miss anybody in the lineup? VA3IMW, stand by.
Hey, JM.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, Chris, the WPG on the UHF, I was getting an S3 signal from him. On the VHF here, it came up on S5. And weight is very, very soft. Can almost pick up the word here and there that he says. Back to you, Mike.
Yep, and Wade's in the bowl. He's down in the crevasse that we call Dundas. So he's got to get up and over some stuff in order to get to you. Chris is on a directional antenna tonight, so whatever you've got is off the side of it. So I guess that's okay. Chris, did you have a signal on him on VA3WPG, VA3MW?
Without looking at my meter on the other band, I had probably the nicest signal that I've heard. Come back again on this band.
Emnon?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know what? This is the strongest signal I've heard. I'm going to try and make contact. V3AJF, do you have a copy on me out in Dundas?
Roger. I got you with an S6 on the VHF here.
Oh, very good, very good. I've been trying to make a simplex with you for a while. Okay, very good. Back to net. VA3WPG.
Okay, Chris, and you're still working off of the directional antenna pointed up towards the Hamilton repeater.
Pointed to McMaster.
Okay, yep. So you're still off the side of the beam in order for what's going to him. He's up on the north end of Toronto, airport-ish. What is that? Etobicoke and something else. He used to say the cross streets all the time when he checked in, but you get the idea. He's up in the north end of Toronto, above the 401.
Okay, well, as someone said, good signals tonight, because this is the nicest signal we've had since I've been trying to make contact out there.
All right, very good. It's been some fun tonight, guys. Certainly appreciate you all taking the time to check in. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Anyways, someday we're going to figure out what's going on between Chuck and Emnon Station, and we'll have to tear down the monolith. Any other last-minute check-ins, any last-minute comments? Looking forward to hearing whoever has what to say about anybody else. Okay, you're all too kind and Canadian. So let me say this. It's been a lot of fun. Certainly look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. First of all, Sunday morning at Pier 4 Park, 11 o'clock, September 21st. And we're going to do a group activation, get a chance to shake hands and figure out what we all look like before we all bed down for the winter time and hug our radios and our fireplaces. But then also we'll be back here next Sunday night at 8 p.m. We'll start on 146.125 upper sideband. And remember to like and subscribe. There you go. Thanks, Wade. Certainly appreciate the pump there. Okay, 7.3s one and all. We'll turn these frequencies back over to normal amateur use and bring the stream to a close. 7.3s.